Hey guys, what's up? I am back from my Italy trip and I think it's time that I do this haul so that I can get rid of my luggage and put away stuff. So yeah, I typically don't do these types of videos, but it was requested on Instagram, so let's just get right into it. Okay, so now that we are up close and personal, let's just start with the stuff that's in my luggage. Can you believe I actually fit everything that I had purchased in here? And to be honest with you, I didn't think I was going to buy as much as I did because went there with the intention of purchasing for others, but I did splurge on myself just a little bit. And I'm excited to show you that. I didn't think this through. I think I should put this on the floor and open this up and just pull everything out. Yeah, I should do that. Okay, so I think how I want to start this video is probably to do things in chronological order. I think I should start with where I was first and then made my way down to shops. And yeah, my girlfriend, God bless her heart, right, Peta, she was so sweet and she actually did quite a lot of research, like where to go eat, where we should shop, and what Florence is known for. Meanwhile, I was stressed out because I was worried about, work, because I was there on a work trip. Anyways, so the first place that we went to when we had landed was actually none of these stores. We had actually went to the outlets. So when we landed in Florence, the first thing we did was we checked into our hotel, we dropped everything off, and then took the bus. We got on a bus and went to the outlet mall. The drive there was actually quite nice. It was very beautiful. And the outlet mall was pretty intense in the sense that there was a lot of like designers. So there was like YSL, Gucci, Givenchy. I think there was Chloe. And what else? I can't remember. But nonetheless, we walked out of there with nothing, which was kind of like a disappointment to the both of us because we had the intention of purchasing some designer bags or what have you. But we ended up not picking anything up. There wasn't anything there that was like to our style or what we would typically go for. So that was kind of a bummer, but I'm still glad that we went because, a lot of people, especially her clients, they were like, you definitely have to go out to the outlet store. You're going to regret it if you don't go. And we did it. We came, we saw, and then we left empty-handed. But that's okay because we did find like other shops to shop at throughout the time that we were there in Florence. So the first shop that we had actually hit up, I believe, was this store called Noi. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up his Instagram. Hey guys, I usually don't spend a lot of money. I guess like at one particular store, especially when I'm like traveling around. I typically don't spend money on myself. I don't know what it is. Usually I buy gifts for other people, but I was convinced. So let me back it up. So while I was there at this store, I wanted to pick up some wallets, and my girlfriend also wanted to pick up some wallets as well for our our brothers, our fathers, friends, what have you. And Florence is known for their leather, and we found this shop, and it was like through word of mouth. I think his name was Nico. Pretty sure it was Nico. I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I am. But anyways, we found this shop and he was so nice and so knowledgeable. And I feel like when people are just really nice to me and they actually know their stuff, it makes me want to shop there even more and to support. And one of the biggest things for me anyways was to support local stores, obviously, but also to like support stores that have been there through generations after generations. So he actually has owned this store for quite some time. It was like his father's, his grandpa, you know, like that to me says something. It just makes me happy to hear that. So anyways, what did I purchase? I had purchased a few wallets actually. So these are genuine leather, and he did give us like a quick history lesson. He said, if the leather smells, like if there's a funk to it, that means that it's been chemically treated. Whereas in his factory, they don't chemically treat their leather. So there's like really no smell. And what they use to treat the leather is actually the animal's fat. I feel like I should have put up like a warning in case people are like against this. Anyways, I'm gonna keep moving along. So I did pick up 2 wallets. Where's the other one? I picked up a couple of wallets. I picked up one for my dad and one for my new in-laws, and a couple of these card holders. So let's start with this wallet. It's thin, it's malleable, there's plenty of slots in here for your cards, and it was reasonably priced. So how much was it? I think one of these wallets was 50 euros, and I like the fact that oh, this one doesn't remove. There was one where like this card slot here did remove, but this one, I purchased this one for my in-laws, and she had messaged me. She was like, hey, can you pick one up for my husband? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So I picked this one up for him. Hopefully he likes it, because I don't know him like that well, but yeah, I hope he does like this. And I picked up two card holders, one for myself and one for Steven. Steven got the brown one and he's already using it, but this one I grabbed for myself only because I am a minimalist. I don't know if you guys are aware, but if you know me, you guys know that I absolutely hate carrying purses. I hate, like, just when I'm out and about, I like to be hands-free. I don't like to have this big gigantic purse. So for the last, I think, 12 years, all I've been carrying was like my cards. And I had this like ratty old Kate Spade card holder, and I was like, you know what, it's time. It's time to upgrade, and just to get something new. So I did pick this up for myself. I love it. It's like, it's just the color, the feel. I wish you guys could feel this and smell the leather. I don't know. It's like, I can't describe it. I just can't. You guys just gotta go to Florence. But yeah, so we have lots of slots for your cards, and yeah, I don't know. This really spoke to me, so I'm glad I picked that up. Now, Nico, he's such a good salesman too. Because he was like, hey, do you guys like shoes? My girlfriend and I were like, yeah, of course we like shoes. Like, what do you mean, do we like shoes? So he took us over to another store, which was also family owned, and we went to this store right here. Gotcha? I don't know. I'm so sorry. But I'm all about details, okay? The details. So this store, this word right here means teardrop. And if you guys can see, the heel itself is a teardrop. Isn't that cute? I love that. And the bag, details, okay? So the bag itself is canvas, but on the inside it's plastic. So it's lined with plastic, and I was like, ooh, you guys spent a lot of money on packaging, because a bag like this to make, I'm pretty sure was not cheap at all. And I would know, because when I was running my own little side hustle with the potting mats, you know, to think about packaging, to think about how we're going to present it, I feel like all the costs went into packaging. So anyways, this is going to be a really nice beach bag. But I did pick up something for myself. I am not going to lie. Originally, my girlfriend, she was going to buy the shoes, and she was trying them on, and I was like, oh, it looks really nice. And, you know, okay, I should back it up. I'm getting too excited. I'm getting ahead of myself. So this store is like Very, very popular. Apparently, during the summertime, they have people lined up outside and around the block. That's how popular this place is. And what makes this store very unique is not only because it's like within the family and it's like generation after generation. Um, the shoes that they carry are like all genuine leather, all handmade. And when I was talking to you guys about the details, you know, it also translates to like the type of materials that they're using as well. So, as you know, he does own a leather store. So obviously shoes and leather goes hand in hand. And I got myself a pair of boots. I love these boots. They are stunning. I am so happy I purchased them. You smell that leather, Peta? Yeah, she's a beauty. Now, the thing about this leather is that it's soft, it's malleable. The sole is rubber, so if I wear it down, I can take it someplace to, you know, to get it fixed, or I don't remember the proper term. But anyways, if this ever wears down, I can take it to like a repair place. What I'm trying to say is that the materials that they procured is the same factory as like YSL, and I was like, sold. So we got ourselves some nice knee-high boots, and I love the fact that, you know, they care about basically where they get their materials from, their raw materials to make these shoes. And what's also unique about this store is that it's limited in numbers, and once it's gone, it's gone. So it's like one of a kind. They only make X amount. And my girlfriend, she's a size 7, and I was like, oh, really sad. No, she's a size 6. She is size 6, I'm a size 7, and I was like, you don't have a size 7? I'm really sad. Like, very sad. And they were like trying to like make me happy and not give me FOMO by showing me like these other shoes, but they just weren't cutting it. And then I remembered, hey, I actually have really wide feet, and my calves are really big. And so they were like, oh, let me go run into the back, see if I have a size 8. And they did, and I put them on, and I was like, oh my God, it fits, it's snug. Like, the back here is stretchy. So I don't, you guys can't really see. And the back here is actually stretchy, so it like molds to my leg. And it's a stunning pair of boots. And I don't have anything like it. So yeah, I'm very happy. This was definitely a splurge, but we did get our tax refund, so girl math wise, I was saving. I feel like I should also talk about how we got our tax refunds too, because there's a lot of information out there on TikTok mostly, where it's like, you gotta do this, you gotta like go to the kiosk or whatever, and it was just not that complicated when we were there. So I guess I'll do that at the end of the video. But yeah, so I ended up spending, I think these shoes were 400 euros, and he gave us these shoes for 350, and then we had our tax refund as well. I think the tax refund was 46 euros, I feel like. I could be wrong. I have to go grab the slip. But anyways, yeah, so these were a splurge, and it just makes me feel good to know that I am supporting like a local business. What's next? I think that was, oh, okay. So while I was in Florence, I wanted to pick up some stuff for my dad and for Steven. I had the intention of picking some stuff up for his nephews as well, but the stores that I went into just didn't have the sizing that I needed. So anyways, I wanted to get some shirts tailored for my dad, but the turnover time was just it wasn't gonna work out for me. So I was like, I'm just gonna buy you like a dress shirt from this store. So I did pick up a dress shirt but mundane. Just like a basic dress shirt. I can't remember the material, but the lady was going on about it, and I was like, okay, I'm sold. So anyways, that was kind of boring. It's just like a regular white dress shirt. There's nothing that fancy about it. You guys have seen dress shirts. But I walked into this cute little shop when we were in Florence, and this store, the gentleman there, he says that this store has been around for like ever as well, and he actually went to school to take over the shop because his dad was obviously retiring. The store has been open since 1974, and look at this, you guys, 100% silk. The quality and craftsmanship of these ties were stunning. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up a photo for you guys to see like the different colors that they had too. He said to me that, you know, in Florence, this is the type of style that you typically see out in Florence instead of like your solid tie. And I thought this was gonna be just like a really nice cutesy gift for Steven, because like he doesn't have anything like this in his collection. And it just looks very regal, very, very fancy. And I also picked up some bow ties for him as well for the wedding, and I thought these bow ties would be so cute. It's 100% silk, very nice, very fancy. PETA wants to try it on. No, I shouldn't do that. And I also picked up some pocket squares as well. PETA, I need you to go down. Come on. That's enough. And just like simple pocket squares. So I think I spent like 100 euros there. But like I said, it's the customer service. I feel like when you give good customer service, I'm just like, take my money. Just take it. But no, everyone was very genuine. I felt like people in Florence were way nicer and way more accommodating than people in Rome. Sorry you guys, if you're watching and you're from Rome. But yeah, I just felt like people in Florence were just so much nicer. Because even Nico from Noi, he actually, see, I got dog hair. He actually walked us out. Like he not only took us from his leather shop where we purchased the wallets, he walked us to the shoe store, and he stayed with us the whole time. And then he even walked us over to like where we should shop for like for jewelry, and like where to go eat. So he was just so nice, and he even recommended where I should pick up the dress shirts. So yeah, I just good customer service. Just makes me all right. And then I think, oh, and then we went to, I think the next day or so. Yeah, I think it was the next day. We didn't think this through. And it was probably just because we were walking to go to a museum, and then I was like, oh my God, I want to go to the Pharmacia. And you know, the Pharmacia, everyone on TikTok talks about it. It's like, you got to go to the Pharmacia because they have XYZ and it's so good. I was on a hunt, guys. I was on a hunt to find these fragrances because one, they're cheap, and two, they're like dupes of high-end fragrances. So I was like, we gotta go. And I think initially I figured, oh, like I'll just remember this place and we'll just come back. That didn't happen. And then, because we definitely didn't walk past it again, and I was like, let's just grab it. And I'm glad that we did. So the Pharmacia that we had went to, I don't remember where it was located. I cannot help you there. But if you go to a Pharmacia and you see this stand that has these fragrances, you guys definitely need to try it. We purchased 3 bottles, and I'm pretty sure one of these were 11 euros, but they smell exactly the same as the high-end stuff. So number 63 smells like Chanel Blue. And I'm like, I'm sold. I'm here for it. I love Chanel Blue on Steven. The other one that I had picked up was Invicticus. I think that's YSL. So this is number 71. This one smells very refreshing. It's a nice summer, spring scent. It's just fresh. And I picked up Black Opium from YSL for my mama. So yeah, just number 40. And my girlfriend picked up, I don't remember what number it was, but it was a dupe for Chanel number 5. And the list just kept going. So if you're ever in Italy, check out the Pharmacia and see if they have like your dupe, because you can just go home with a bunch of these. And the lasting power is actually quite long. So even though you're paying like a fraction of what you normally would pay, I think that it's totally worth it because the lasting power is there. It doesn't go rancid as you're wearing it throughout the day. Because I know that there are some cheap perfumes that, one, you can get an allergic reaction to it, but two, I do find that it doesn't last as long. And as you wear it throughout the day, I do find that some cheap perfumes, it'll smell a little bit funky, but not these. So highly recommend. Like I said, it was like 11 euros. And what else? I think, oh, we also got toothpaste. Hold on, I gotta go grab it. Okay, so the toothpaste that I am referring to is Marvis. Now, we were on a hunt for a very specific flavor. They are known for their flavors. So for example, let me just put up a picture for you. I took a picture of one of the walls of toothpaste, but they had like weird funky flavors such as like Black Forest, they had ginger, they had like a gardenia limited edition collection, and my girlfriend was on a hunt for matcha, and I was like, oh, okay. And then we had asked the pharmacist, and they're like, oh no, that was limited edition, like we don't carry that anymore. But so we didn't get matcha, but we did find another limited edition toothpaste for her. The one that I have here is Smoker's Whitening Mint. It doesn't smell like smoke. It's supposed to just help whiten your teeth, and I feel like I don't know, on TikTok I think there was like a trend where everyone was like, if you're gonna bring back souvenirs, get toothpaste, like you won't regret it. And I got the toothpaste, and I'm only holding this little dinky one because clearly I didn't think it was worth it. I didn't think it was worth getting a full-size one. I'm not really into the whole flavor thing. Like when I'm brushing my teeth, I just want to know that I'm gonna have minty, fresh breath and white teeth. That is the reason why I chose Smoker's Whitening Mint. Do I think that my teeth are whiter? Nah. Do I think perhaps maybe I should continue using it for a lot longer? Probably. But it didn't convince me. It didn't convince me enough to buy the full-size one, and it didn't convince me enough to purchase the other flavors. So if you guys like to dabble into funky flavors and try new things, then yeah, if you're in Italy, go to a pharmacy and pick one of these guys up, and you know, every morning it's gonna be like you're tasting ginger or cherry or whatever flavor you're into that day. But I am very basic, very minimal. I just wanted something to whiten my teeth and give me like the fresh taste. I didn't get the fresh taste. I'm gonna stick with my Crest or Colgate. This one, I feel like, I don't want to say that it's gimmicky, so I feel like it gives it a bad name. Anyways, as I said, to each their own. If you're into funky flavors, grab it. If you're not, you can skip it. What I would recommend actually in terms of souvenirs that you should get for your family members are truffle and pistachio cream. Okay, I have here truffle and pistachio cream. You guys, I think we're in Rome now. Now we're in Rome. We were walking, and one of the things that we wanted to pick up was actually truffle to bring back. And because we were going from Florence to Rome, I was like, we got to pick up these heavy items when we're in Rome because I cannot carry all this. It's not going to happen. While we were in Rome, we did pick up pistachio cream and truffle cream. I don't know why he called it a cream when it says sauce here. Anyways, delicious. So good. So, so good. I'm going to throw up their Instagram and give them a little bit of a shout out because the gentleman that was helping us was so kind. And, oh, I think actually he was probably the only person that was really nice to us when we were in Rome, now that I think about it. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, ADHD. This gentleman, he was so sweet. He was like, oh, we'll make room for you, because there was already like 3-4 people in this little shop. And he was like, oh no, like just come over here, let me help you. And he pulled out crackers for us. And he's like, what do you want to try? And then we learned, I am not going to try to say it, but this particular cheese is like from the sheep. And we got to try like deli meats, cheese, and then these two, I obviously was like love. So I took some home. I do have a larger size of this. I've already opened it up and it's in my fridge. This I'm going to give away to a family member, but it is so good. So freaking good. And I think you have 2 months to use this up when you open it. But what he said was you can top it up with some olive oil. And if you freeze it, it'll last quite a bit of time. Like it can last forever. So I think what I'm probably going to do with the one that I've already opened, my girlfriend said, get yourself some ice cube trays and then just spread it on and throw it in the freezer and then just take out a cube whenever you want to use it. I'm like, that's a genius idea. I am going to do that. Maybe not ice cube trays, maybe something a little bit smaller. Or I could do like, you know, have you ever seen those like hacks with garlic where like you mince it all up and then you put it in a Ziploc bag and then you score it and then you put it in the freezer? I might do that, because then I'm not going to go out and buy myself like those dinky little ice cube trays. I am rambling. Anyways, truffle cream and pistachio cream. So good. So much better than Nutella. Yes, I said it. I think that this is way better than Nutella, and that's why I got myself a big jar. I also got myself a small jar to give away, but still, these two highly recommend, and to follow along with what you should pick up while you're in Italy. I also grabbed some, I can't open, pasta. Now, what I do want to say is I kind of wish that I had picked these pasta packets up from a grocery store or from the local shops. Only because I did pick these up at the airport and I feel like it was like an afterthought, and I was like, oh, I still have some change left over. Let me go ahead and use it. But yeah, so if you're in Italy and you're at like a grocery store, I think it's much cheaper to pick it up there than it is at the airport. I don't remember how much I paid, but I still think that it was pretty expensive for how much you're actually getting. But in any case, I specifically chose like different flavored pasta to take from. So this one is truffle and this one is lemon pepper. I feel like this lemon pepper is going to taste so good with some shrimp or lobster. Anyways, so if you're looking for souvenirs, I would say pick up some pasta, pick up some pistachio cream, or even Nutella. Not Nutella, they don't call it Nutella there. It's like hazelnut. And what else? Truffle. They had truffle oil, they had truffle cream or sauce. They had actual truffles. I don't know if you're able to get that through customs. And what else? Olive oil, obviously, but I didn't want to carry that stuff back. So what else did I buy? I guess like in here, I purchased, so at another pharmacia, I was actually on a hunt to find this particular cream. It's called Leo Crema, and if you follow, is it KG Baby on TikTok? She was raving about this, okay? She was raving about it. She was like, you need to buy like a full suitcase worth of this. And I was like, are you sure? So I did pick up one and I did try it out and I was like, I get it. It is really nice. I think it was €6 for this, which €6 is about $8-ish in Canada, I guess, with the conversion. Anyways, so good. You shower, you put this on the next day. If you shower in the morning again, your skin is still soft. It's still soft and it dries down nice. Like it doesn't dry down tacky. I hate using lotion solely because I hate like the stickiness and the tackiness that it leaves behind. But this, beautiful. Love the scent. I didn't think I was gonna like the scent because I usually don't like artificial fragrances. I don't even think this is artificial, to be honest with you. I think it's telling me that it's actually 100% argan oil, which is probably why it's like a nicer scent. Yeah, it's with real argan oil. She was right. I wish I had grabbed more, but honestly, I went into a lot of pharmacies and I couldn't find it. Now that I really think about it, I am pretty sure I picked this up at the grocery store that was right next to the pharmacy, because I went back and picked up, oh, where'd it go? I picked up this dry shampoo. I picked up this dry shampoo from the pharmacy and picked this up at the grocery store. Now, it's a dry shampoo. I feel like people are gonna be like, what's so special about this dry shampoo? It's by Schwarzkopf, and it definitely gives you a lot of volume. Highly recommend if you're out there. A little bit pricey for my liking. This was, to me, like a little bit of a splurge, but I don't know, it just works. Didn't have any greasy hair. It actually helped my curls. So at one point I did curl my hair and I had spritzed the dry shampoo on, and it even held the curl throughout the whole day into the next day, and I slept on my hair. Highly recommend this. Wish I had gotten more. And I guess, what else did I buy in terms of pharmacy? Oh, the other thing that I was looking for when I was in Italy was sunscreen. And I think I saw something where it was like, oh, if you're into Caudalie, like the skincare brand, you should pick it up there because it's so much cheaper. I feel like maybe it's just my skin, but I did pick up something from Caudalie and I just feel like it pills on my skin, and I definitely did not like that at all. It was irritating. I hated it. But if you like their body products or their cleansers or whatever, then go for it. They had sales. So if you're into Caudalie, I agree. Pick some up. But in terms of what I was looking for, I was specifically looking for sunscreen, and I saw this one person recommend Mi Amo. So this is the brand, and this sunscreen is actually very, 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 very nice. So this is Mi Amo Aging Defense Sunscreen Drops 50 SPF, and it's supposed to be like water resistant and supposed to just make you look glowy. They have different variations of this. So this one is for it's just your regular sunscreen that is very serum-y. My girlfriend picked up the one, I think, that has there was like some tints in it. So what am I trying to say? It's like a tinted, it's not like a tinted moisturizer, it's like a tinted sunscreen that you can put on, but the texture of this stuff is really very nice. And then they even have one where it reduces redness. So if you have rosacea or eczema, or if you just flush all the time, that sunscreen I would highly recommend, because I think there's like a little bit of a green tint to help reduce some of the redness. But I went for the Aging Defense Sunscreen Drops, and honestly, while we were in Rome, we were looking for Mi Amo. Like every single pharmacy that we had went into, we were looking for more of this, and we just could not find it. Why didn't I just pick more up when we were in Florence? It definitely feels like a serum, and it has a little dropper. I would show you what it looks like up close, but this isn't a beauty channel. Also, it was like $73 after the conversion. So I'm not wasting the products. I'm sorry, that's just me being honest. I think they had a 20% discount, and in Italy, if you spend over 70 euros, they give you a tax refund, which if she and I had combined our Mi Amos, we would have gotten it, but then they said that they would have to give us the product as a regular price instead of with the 20% discount. So I was like, whatever, not a big deal. Anyways, so we got that for 20% off. And she gave us like little samples as well. So it was like a little gift with purchase. This one is, oh, this is nice. This is a Collagen Boost Intense Serum. And what is this? We have a dark spot corrector and a restructuring cream. So I think I'm going to make a lot of use out of this collagen one. Oh, what I would say about the serum is if you have skin like mine where like a lot of products kind of pill, I found that when I put it on and if I spritz myself with a facial mist, it actually sinks in a lot easier and it doesn't pill throughout the day. So if you have that problem, try like a facial mister. I think you'll be fine. And lastly, this is also a splurge. We went to a perfumery. The store is called Campo Marazio 70? I don't know. But this is a store and I wasn't looking for anything. Truly, I wasn't. But my girlfriend came home and I was like, what the heck are you wearing? That smells delicious. I want that. She was like, let me take you to the store. So the next day we went to the store and I was like, just take my money. Just take my money. I picked up these two products right here. These are like niche perfumes. You will definitely find your signature scent. I think I found my wedding scent actually. So that was unexpected. This is the Motel Paris and the bottle is so stinking cute. Do you see this? Look at it. It's so cute. And it smells so good. It's moody, but it's sexy. I can't describe it to you. I don't have anything like this, and I'm so glad I picked this up. This is called the Arabian Tonka. My apologies if I butchered that. But yeah, I highly recommend this scent if you're going for something that's like moody, sexy, and a little bit seductive. Totally recommend this. And then the other perfume that I had picked up is from Par Moi the Perfume. This, oh my gosh, when I smelled this on my skin, I was like, delicious. So good. So good. I think at one point I was like, I could eat my arm, and then my girlfriend was just laughing at me. But I love that all the perfumes, they come in like these little pouches. I'm like a huge sucker for cute packaging. So this is the perfume. This comes off creamy. I don't know what it is, but it smells almost like vanilla, like creamy vanilla on my skin. But when you read the notes that this fragrance has, there's no vanilla in it at all. But yeah, no, I love this scent. I cannot describe it to you. It just smells so good. There's a little bit of spice to it, but not too much. It smells so good. But anyways, that was everything that I had purchased in Italy. The boots was definitely a splurge. I wasn't anticipating to spend that much money there. This stuff over here, I had accounted for, minus the fragrance. So I feel like the fragrance and the boots was like a splurge. But, oh, we did get tax refund on this. Girl math, I am saving some money. Oh, let me go get the tax refund and walk you guys through what had happened and what we had thought was gonna happen but didn't happen. So yeah, let me just go grab the tax refund. Okay, so here are my receipts for my tax refund. Now, in my head, I thought this was gonna be way more complicated than it really was, because when I had first received one of these envelopes, and it was at the leather store, the kind man was telling me that you had to basically, before you go through security and check in, you should make your way to customs and present these receipts to the appropriate teller. So when you get there, there's going to be like a representative for Global Blue and one for tax refund. That was what I was anticipating to see. That wasn't the case. In fact, there was nobody there. There was somebody to assist, but they weren't very helpful. But in any case, it was actually quite easy. It wasn't as complicated as I thought it was going to be. So my experience with receiving these tax refunds, well, you guys, if you're gonna go shopping, make sure you bring your passport. You 100% need to bring your passport, because they need to scan it in order to give you your receipt, okay? So on this receipt right here, my passport information is there, and the store's information, how much I had spent, and right at the top up here, it tells you exactly how much you're gonna get back. So very easy, it's very streamlined, and both of these tax refunds, like Global Blue and Tax Refund, they have their own apps. So once you get one of these, just go ahead and download the app and enter your information and put your I don't think you had to enter anything, to be honest. I think you just needed to sign up and create an account, because when you make your purchase, they ask you for your email address. So they kind of already register you into the system, and it's just up to you to carry it out and download the app. So after I had received one of these, I was told, don't mix up the receipts, make sure they stay in their respective envelopes. And I was like, okay, gotta be diligent, don't mix them up. Because like I said, in my head, I thought I was presenting it to somebody, because if you look here, it actually says you go to customs, you get your stamp, and then you drop it off in a mailbox. That's the reason why you don't want to mix up your receipts. But like I said, it wasn't the case. You download the app, you make sure you enter in your passport information, and then you just scan your QR code. This one didn't have a QR code to scan, but the tax refund did. I think right here, actually. Yeah. Right at the top here, there is a QR code. So I think the tax refund was actually a teensy bit more complicated than the Global Blue. The Global Blue was very easy. I don't quite remember what had happened, but it was very easy to process. But this one, I remember I had to scan my passport, scan my QR code, enter in my ticket number. I was a little bit teensy bit stressed out. And I don't know about you guys, but when you're at the airport, you're already stressed, because you're like thinking, I gotta catch my flight. I hope I get on this flight. So there's already like anxiety from that. But when there's people behind you and they're like huffing and puffing because you're taking your time, or you're, you know, figuring out your life, it can get a little bit stressful. But you know what? I was kind of like, I got here 4 hours early in case there is a lineup. So all of y'all can just chill. I don't care that you have to wait like 3 extra minutes longer for me to figure out my life. Because honestly, I didn't want to screw this up, because I wanted my money back. But yeah, I guess that's it. That's really everything. Save your receipts, download the app, make sure you register. And when you register, like, because the store is scanning your passport, it almost like uploads everything to the app already. So like I said, your responsibility now is just carry it out and make sure that you're processing it. It prints out these little receipts, and I think for the tax refund, it told me to take a picture of the confirmation. So super easy. It's not as complicated as it used to be. And I love that they are utilizing apps and a kiosk, because that means that it's more efficient. You can just follow the instructions and have your information ready. So I guess with that said, make sure you have your passport ready. Make sure that you know your ticket number, because it's going to ask. Make sure you know your flight number and who you're flying with. Those are the things that you need to, like, the information that you need before you go up there, so that you're not standing there trying to figure it out. But yeah, those are all the things I had purchased. I don't feel like it was a lot. I mean, it must have been a lot because my suitcase was full. Anyhow, I will see you guys in my next video, and we will go back to our regular programs of plants. Bye!